It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good.
Time now for the black and white take with Justin Soforo.
And I don't know who I have to please sexually. You don't need Allegri to jerk you off. I will pour myself out for anybody.
And Julian Gennatti.
He is very raw.
I just slide into bed and she doesn't even know.
It might be long, it might be kind of cringe, but I'm still going to do it anyway.
Pleasing you.
I'm good.
I hope you're proud of yourself, because what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt you are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
This is the black and white take with Justin Soforo and Julian Gennatti on the Bianconeri Zone.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back into the Bianconeri Zone. Welcome back into another edition of After Dark. We call it the Black and White Take, After Dark, whatever it is you want to call it, really, today. But it is your boy, Justin Soforo, joining me today, as always, Julian Gennatti. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. No, I'm doing good. How are you?
Son of a bitch. We don't do that. We're not starting here. That's not what you do to me. I'm doing all right. How's your day been? It's been a little bit of a mess for me today, as you can see. Yeah. Getting a little bit of a slow start here. So I apologize to everybody if you all have been waiting. But welcome in. I promise we're going to talk some Juve. We're going to talk some Juve, and we're going to talk some nonsense. I think we are finally going to use this week, because we've talked about it for, I think, 3 weeks straight, about getting into quote-unquote spooky season. Yeah, it's Halloween month. That's what October is. It's all about Halloween, all about all the stuff that goes along with that. And we have some stuff we wanted to talk about here on the channel, just for, in our fun hour, if you will, talk about some of that. So we will definitely cover that. I'm going to make sure we get into it. But we do have some serious Juventus conversation we are going to talk today, as opposed to maybe some other ones that we've had recently.
Just the most super serious stuff is going on because we haven't played since Saturday, so lots going on.
Lots of super serious. Actually, I do have some takes. I do have some decent takes. I feel well. I say decent. You all may say trash, but we'll see. Guys, if you're in here, do me a favor: smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos. Appreciate everybody that is tuning in. As always, and if my dog doesn't stop it, he's going to get kicked out. All right. How do you want to open this one up today? Do you want to get into nonsense, or do you want to get into Juventus talk to open this one up? What do you think?
Depends how hot your takes are for Juventus.
Okay. Okay, let's be clear. Right here, right now. I've been fighting an internal battle with the management here at the Bianconeri Zone. And just to be clear, guys, for you guys that are tuning in here, the titles are a bit misleading in these After Darks. They really should just be After Darks, because they're nonsense. Yeah. We're going to get into whatever I want to get into. Sometimes these titles, Vlahovic the leader, I actually do have takes on that. I have formulated, but at the same time, like, what the hell is that? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Upper management, what are we doing? Can somebody get me some help? But I do have some conversations, because we do look at the Juventus structure, and the squad definitely does need some form of leadership reform, regardless of if it's the player, the coach, the management, whatever have you.
Absolutely.
But the very first thing I really did want to get into, okay, we're doing Juve talk. We're doing serious Juve talk to start it off, guys. Sorry if you're here for nonsense. We're doing serious Juve talk to start this thing off. Okay, so some of the very first things that came to my mind, one of the more serious topics, and this actually is not associated with the is Vlahovic a leader thing. I'll save that for later. Let's be honest. What's up, Rajat? What's up, Dan? What's up, Edgar? Appreciate everybody that is in here right now. Max Allegri came out. There were a lot of news reports throughout this week about the potential return of some important key players for Juventus that, obviously they've been missing out there on the pitch. A lot of injuries. We've had Di Maria's been out, Paul Pogba, and of course Federico Chiesa being the main headliners that have been absent through the season.
I'm going to be honest, that's 3 or 4 best players.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's that.
Yeah. Well, right. It is. Well, that's part of my take is we had reports throughout this week saying that these guys, there's potential of them coming back and playing. Chiesa against Empoli. And we've had talk about the idea of Paul Pogba coming back and playing against Benfica. Before we even really entertain that idea, bullshit. Like, no. Like, well, it doesn't make sense.
Pogba, no. Pogba, no.
No, the Champions League's done, son. Like I, as much as we want to dream that like there's going to be some kind of full on collapse by PSG or Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa is going to do what they did against Juve to one of those teams, it's not happening. Juve's a mess. Juve is an absolute dumpster fire right now, and I usually don't like to say that about my own teams, my own clubs, but like the writing's on the wall. There's no other way to put it right now. But basically, where I want to go with this, and sorry, I'm going to lead you down this road real quick, and then I'll let you.
The only road that I have ever known.
Okay, yes, Green Day. Okay, yeah, yes. Okay, well, that threw me off. Okay, let's actually lead you down this road. So, here's my issue. We have those reports and rumors, and I think one thing that we can look at, and I've actually been one of the guys who's been kind of like, oh, well, we'll see about Chiesa. He'll come whenever he comes back. Maybe it'll be later. I mean, all signs have pointed since his injury occurred and the recovery timeline, he should be back already. Like he should be back by now. October was like the deadline. It should have been the latest. I feel like
this is 9 months.
Yep.
You're out 6 to 9 months. 9 months being the later determination. So it's 6 to 9 months. What's wrong?
I got some stuff in my beard. Anyway, I got some stuff that I just saw in the reflection of there. I'm just using you guys as a mirror. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing. I'm taking care of myself. That's a weird way to say that. Anyway, the reason I go into this is we had some comments by Max Allegri. I think a lot of us were getting maybe a little bit. I don't want to say excited because let's be honest. Have we been excited right now about Juventus at all? I mean, I think if you look at the community as of late, it's a ghost town. It's a ghost town overall, and I don't just mean here on the channel. Twitter, all that's it's been kind of hush hush. It's gotten quiet. It's gotten real quiet. But
actually,
Max,
you know what the talk was today?
What?
I was all day on Twitter. I was like, well, whenever I was on, I saw people using SofaScore to get ratings of players back in like the 70s and 80s and 90s and getting their match ratings.
Oh no, not so.
I was like,
wow,
what are we doing here?
But
I saw games from the World Cup in 1974. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Well, you know what that is. What that is people. I mean, that's desperation. That's what it is. It is desperation because I know this better than anybody. I know this with a lot of my teams as a fan. What people do is they start reaching into the compendiums and they start going back to appendixes and they go through the almanac, the sports almanac, if you will. And they go back there and they're like, okay, well, this is our heyday. This is our golden age. Let's go back. Let's go back where it was safe and warm and kind and nice, and we enjoyed being fans of this team. Or that's what it is. Or we enjoyed. Yeah. I think as a lot of Juventus fans, a lot of us have done it because not to paint a broad picture, because I think a lot of fans you're a Juventus fan, but you may come from all sorts of different ethnic, cultural, whatever backgrounds. But a large sum of those Juventus fans are also Italian national team fans, or Italians in general. We'll say a lot of them are. Or even if they're not, I know there's plenty of people, India, whatever, that also support the Italian national team, even though they're not Italian. But where I kind of go with this is I think, we've a lot of us have been in this void for so long that we're just grasping at straws. We're grasping on anything. I used to do it actually, I could do it right now for Louisville basketball, for being honest. The coach, I don't like it. They hired. And he's a former player, but I don't think he's got it. But like literally you'll go back and rewatch. Like I'll go back to rewatch my college days, not me playing, but what's the college days of my, the national championship run where they won the title. And then the year before that when they went to the Final Four and all that stuff. Like you go rewatch those games. And that's what Juve fans are doing right now. We're kind of sitting in it as collectively. And one of the reasons we collectively sit in it is here we have comments made by Max Allegri. I don't know if you saw or you didn't see it, but listen to his or read the words from his press conference, if we're being honest. But immediately, I think when either the question's asked or maybe he goes ahead and takes does a preemptive assault to shut that down and comes out and says, this comment right here, at the moment, Chiesa and Pogba are not available for Juventus. Federico participated in 2 training sessions while Paul only partially, joined the group. in the last training session. The two of them won't be called up tomorrow. And then he goes on to say, I too would like the roster available to make changes. I'm partly going to say that's a lie, and I'll give you my reasoning. Yeah. I'll give you my reasoning. Guardian says, "Hey guys, don't curse too much tonight. I want to watch."
Dang, Flabbit.
Oh, shiver me timbers, scissor me timber. Guardian, can you explain that to me? I apologize. I'm going to read through these chats. I apologize, guys. Can you explain like why can't we curse? Is it because your personal preference, or is it like? Is mom or dad? Are they behind you? Are they mom? Mom, I'm sorry. It's a rough time for us. Dad, it's bad. This isn't good for us. We're having a hard time right now.
Oh yeah.
I hope they didn't listen to the intro to this live stream. Don't go back. I'm 34. Oh, so you just don't like cussing. So you just shut us down. You're 2 years older than, or you're 2. Well, you're probably like a year in plus older than me. I don't. We appreciate your support. Please do watch. I'll do my best, but no promises. I'm sorry, no promises. Especially there's a reason it's called After Dark. Like After Dark means it's supposed to be a little edgier. It's a little bit, whatever. Though I don't know edgy. That I change. Yeah, a little edgy, a little, little whatever. I change it no matter what, but. Apollo says is the only comment that makes Juve fans happy is Allegri saying I quit. Yeah, we're waiting for it. Maybe waiting a little bit longer. Anyway, back to what I was saying though. Max Allegri goes. He said, "I too would like the roster available to make changes. A friendly will be arranged for Chiesa on Saturday morning to see his fitness level," which is, to me, that's just. I think it's kind of stupid, but it's fine. Whatever.
I agree.
If you want to do it. Paul has done partially, but he hasn't had a serious workout since July 23rd. To rush everything back is madness. You're not rushing Chiesa. Chiesa's not a rush. You're not rushing him back. It hasn't been a rush in a long time. Paul Pogba, fine. I can understand that. I can also understand, like, to me, Paul Pogba, what's to make? Why would he want to rush back to potentially go get injured for a team who's playing like this right now when he could go when he has the World Cup just in his reach? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Scotty. I appreciate it. We love you too. Thanks for the support. we'll do our best. I'm a father. This is my only time to like unleash a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let loose.
Get off your chest.
Yeah. So there's a couple things to this, and I'm gonna open the floor to you. But I open it up with this questioning, and then I'll give you later on. I'll work in my actual takes and my feelings on this. Okay. But from these comments of what he's talking when he says that about Chiesa and talks about Pogba, mainly focusing on Chiesa right now. Do you read this as Max being Max when it comes to any changes in a roster? As in, he doesn't like changing. Like he doesn't like when he has his. It's funny enough, as bad as this, set formation has been, whenever he gets a new player, whenever he gets a guy coming back from, being recovered, he takes time. He slows them in. You're going to need another whatever, even if it's unnecessary. Even if it's like, Rajat's pushing Ronaldo back. We don't want Ronaldo back. We don't want him. Rajat, we're not taking him. We're not taking Ronaldo back. There you go. I saw it. I was going to slow it down. I was going to get back to it. We don't want Ronaldo. Thank you. But anyway, so basically my question was, is this Max being Max when it comes to just being kind of stubborn, being unwilling to change? Or does this speak to something more in Chiesa's full recovery that maybe the team or he does not think he's fit to go?
Nah, this is Max. This is 100% on Max because, like you said, like everyone's been saying, like the doctors have said, 6 to 9 months is 9 months is pushing the recovery time for a torn ACL. Modern medicine is now allowing you to come back even faster. Leroy Sané came back after, or way less, like a couple months earlier than expected. He wasn't 100%, but Chiesa's done the 9 months now. Like this is almost like overriping a new or a player coming back. There is no reason why Chiesa can't try. Or is the game at home? I think the game's at home.
It is at home. It is at home. Yes.
So there's no reason why he can't be on the bench at least. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even have to play. I don't even care. I'd rather see him on the bench than Samuel Ayling Jr.
Yeah.
And I said this last week or when we did the Sunday show.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why Freddie Chiesa can't just sit there and like enjoy the atmosphere of being on the bench again.
Yeah.
This is just Max and his over-ripening, and I don't know why he does it. Just get him on the bench. He doesn't have to play.
I have a theory. I do have a theory that I'm slowly kind of working to. It's so frustrating to tell me that you could have this piece. One thing I also don't know, and I'll be honest, I'm not the guy who stays in tune with Instagram and all that stuff. I know Ali sometimes will share on Twitter. He'll share out the post that guys say Leonardo Bonucci always apologizing for losing and stuff like that, and we will do better, and they don't do better. But have you seen anything from Federico Chiesa? Either hinting at urging his return, anything like that, really, to say like, or has he been pretty quiet and kept it, shut?
He's been pretty quiet. He posts the odd picture with him and his new girlfriend and advertisements.
Okay, so that's I don't know. I don't know if
he's
that's
always
a bad.
Been like that. He's always been like that.
Yeah, but he hasn't always been injured. You know what I mean? He hasn't.
No, but like he's always been kind of reserved. Like when he scores a goal, he'll show his goal.
Yeah, well, I know when he joined Juventus that he wasn't on Twitter, he had a Twitter account that was like dead for a long, long time. So
his Twitter account's still pretty dead.
And he came back for like 2 or 3 tweets or something, and it's since then kind of thing. But that's about it. Okay. Well, one of the reasons I asked this and something that's frustrating is obviously at this point I feel like, what's up, Peter? I appreciate you tuning in too. I feel like at this point, Chiesa has exceeded the timeline for his return. I'm kind of shocked by the lack of urgency in his return by the player and by the coach.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the player not having urgency. I think that guy's chomping at the bit to play.
Right.
You can see chomping at the bit, no?
Isn't it champing at the bit?
What?
Do you know the terminology? Actually, the term's champing at the bit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But no,
I thought like chomping.
You would think you would. I see. I would actually do this. I would actually go on a tangent with you right now, but I've already done this on the other show that I used to work on a long time ago.
Okay.
I thought it was chomping. A guy went on me, proved to me I was champing. It ruined the entire thing for me, so I just had to ruin it for you real quick. I know you all think it's chomping. Look it up. You think it's chomping. It actually is champing. It doesn't make any freaking sense to me, but whatever. Anyway, sorry.
So Freddie's doing that. You have to believe that because he is like he's a top class player. So of course he doesn't want to just he doesn't want to stay on the bench. He doesn't want to sit in the stands and watch them play again. Yeah. He wants to be there. I don't think it's on him at all.
Okay. I tend to agree with you. I do think that is true. Of course, I can think of my own mindset. The way I'm looking at it is, if I'm Federico Chiesa, why am I in a hurry to rush back for this team? For this team that can barely hold it together, that is, looking as bad as ever, that appears to be getting no coaching. I can understand that. But one of my questions that I go on from that for you, where I feel like you're kind of answering it though, is like, what does Chiesa have that fire as a player to be a game changer for the club moving forward? And when I say game changer, I don't mean the savior. I just mean a game changer. You come back in and you're an actual weapon. What's up, Zero? Yeah. Appreciate you tuning in.
So, right off the bat, if he still has it, he's fast.
Yeah.
Like, we have no speed. We have absolutely no speed in our team. Yeah. From defenders to midfielders to attackers, just absolutely no speed. Nobody to get in behind defenses. So that's one. He just changes a defensive approach from the opposition. Mm-hmm. Secondly, he likes to attack players. Like you see Juan Cuadrado barely do it anymore. Kostic can't beat his man. Mm-hmm. Like he adds fear because he can dribble past someone, because he can do one-on-ones. He can do one-on-threes.
Yeah.
His final product isn't always the best. Mm-hmm. So, but it is at the same time, it's way better than what we have. And it just adds another dimension to the attack.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're in here right now, do me a favor, smash that like button. I'm sorry. Matt's doing it to me. Don't make me do this. He says it's chomping. The guy bamboozled you. I thought so too, dude. I'm telling you right now, we had this argument. I was on the other end arguing for chomping. Here it is. Here's the actual story. Real short to explain it to you. Webster's Dictionary, and then this is also no, not Webster's. That's not the one I want. Oh yeah. Here it is. Webster's actually says that the designation of champing at the bit is to show impatience or restraint, to be restless. This actually comes from a long, long time ago. Also, I should know because I live in Kentucky, which is like the horse racing capital of the world, or horse, breeding on it. It's not, I mean, it's not like I'm not excited about it. I don't care about horses at all. Like I bet on them and I drank, but I'm not riding a horse, right? But the reason is here. It comes from something that's said about horses that it's what they have that they bite on. They champ at the bit, and that's what that is. That's where that comes from, and that's where it comes. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep saying chomp me the bit. You can say chomp me the bit. That's okay. But it's something that it ruined my day back then, and now I had to ruin your day. So that'll be stuck in your head. Every time you hear somebody say chomp at the bit, you're gonna be like, is it champ? Is it chomp? They talked about this for like an hour and a half though. Like this wasn't like this right now. We're moving on from this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I believed you right away. So I'm okay. My day's not ruined.
I'm just letting you know. It was like for so long because we were arguing. I was like, no, it's chomp. It's chomp, bro. And I guess they're both accepted now, though.
Yeah.
Yes, Denver Relay. Yes, I care about horses just like Allegri. Yeah, that's me. What's up, Master G? Appreciate you tuning in as well.
You're going to tell them what's up like that, and you're not going to do the scream thing?
Oh, the what's up?
Yeah.
Is that Scream? Yeah, I guess it was Scream. Yeah, I just remember
Spooky face.
Yeah, I just remember '99. Every freaking T-shirt and everything. What's up? And all what's up, Margot? Says Allegri doesn't want to bring Chiesa back against a small club because if we lose, it looks even worse. He'll bring him back against a big club like Inter. So if we lose, it doesn't look as bad. Interesting enough. Margot, right? I believe it's Margot, or is it like Mark something at go? Or I'm saying Margot like it's a girl named Margot. I apologize if it's not. I'm just reading what you have. So anyway, that actually takes me to kind of my take here, and this is what I kind of feel like. I feel like this is Max Allegri holding him back. Let me make sure I didn't move part of it. Okay, yeah, here it is. I had it right here. Yeah, it is the next part I was moving forward to. To me, this is more Max Allegri creating an excuse for himself or extending out that excuse for himself further into the season than it could have been. Where if Juventus lose, they don't have Chiesa there. Because as soon as you have Chiesa back, as soon as you have Pogba back, if you have, maybe more likely, you're probably not going to have all three of those guys healthy at one time playing. Yeah. But as soon as you have those guys playing healthy and you have Vlahovic there and you have, I guess Paredes, if he actually uses Paredes, all of his excuses are out the window. He has no excuses as a coach anymore. You can't go to the well and say, guys are injured. I don't have this guy. He's not good. The only thing I guess he could say is he's out of shape. He hasn't played in a year. He could say that. But not going to cuss for a guy. Goddamn, I'm not cussing yet.
Garbage out of here.
It's coming back. It'll come back later, but I'm not cussing yet. But get the heck out of here with that. There you go.
Can I just say that is still, I'm going to still judge you on that, like Allegri, because you have Chiesa. I'm sorry, he's training since a week ago, last Monday. Yeah, it's been almost 12 days now. Yeah. He's allowed to be on the bench. I'm sorry, you can't tell me he's not. He's allowed to be there. He can be on the bench.
Yeah, it is egregious that he's not even just going to be there, be dressed.
It's a home game. Just stick him on the bench.
You don't have to play him.
Yeah, just put him there. It's the most ridiculous thing I've seen.
He's been there, right? He's just been in the stands in street clothes. Is that what he's been at, or is he?
Yeah, only the home games they go to. The away games they stay at home.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I wondered. I couldn't remember that, but it is at home, so it doesn't really matter. I don't see. I think also the way I take this, and I'll be honest. I try to get up for this, if you will. But what I mean is I'm trying to get up in my frustration, my anger, all that. I want to get it built up like I was before. But right now I'm just so kind of numb and kind of dead with this right now. But it's something I wrote down earlier, and I'm just kind of reading this off for the most part because I just. Until he's gone, I don't know that I can care. I mean, I guess if he just continues to stay and they tell me he gets another season, maybe I'll be pissed off again. But you're killing off a lot of this with your fan base. To me,
yeah, absolutely.
I think the way I looked at this is I kind of viewed it as this is the most egregious sign of the times that we're in right now as Juventus fans. In that the mental status of Max Allegri and the way that he looks at this team and the kind of pressure that he feels that he has right now, or the lack thereof. And what I mean right now is if I'm Max Allegri and the way the last few weeks have gone, outside of winning against Bologna the other day and then winning against Torino, it's been piss poor. It's been a bleep show. Sorry. Once it gets a little bit into this, I'm going off. But anyway, I mean, it's been piss poor. It's been an absolute abomination. Performance after performance after performance for Juventus. And now that you have a situation like this where you can have a guy coming back and have him playing, like, to me, if I'm in this situation, I'm trying to save my job. Or I'm trying to do a respectable job for the club that I act like I love so much and that I care about. And my friend, who is my boss and my close friend, Agnelli, and trying to do him some goodwill.
I want to put it to you now that I'm beating the same drum or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Am I saying that right? Mr. Nal or whatever it's called.
I think it's you're beating your friends. Never mind.
Excuse me?
Never mind. Go ahead.
So, like, you made a good point. He's trying to save his job.
Mm-hmm.
Why in that position, why don't you just tell Freddie, yeah, suit up tomorrow? Like, why don't you just say that? I don't get it.
I mean,
what is he like? If I send him on and there was talks about the upcoming Saturday, he's gonna go play with the U19s or something?
Yeah.
Are you 17s or something? Just play him for 5 minutes. What? You're going to play him for the U17 or U19 games on Saturday? Play him in the game tomorrow for 5 minutes. Who cares?
You know what? I'll call
and
ass.
no one's gonna blame you. No one's gonna blame you because, like, we all want him to play. It's not like we'll understand. Like, we know that if he gets hurt, he was gonna get hurt. Oh, sorry, he's gonna get hurt the Saturday anyway.
There it is. He's gone. I'm sorry. Guardian's gone. I apologize, Guardian. I appreciate your support. I'm so sorry to see you go. We love you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. You don't have to raise your hand, Misk. You don't have to do that. Just leave your questions. We'll get to them throughout the show, we promise. If you're in here, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. To what you're saying, though, that's a very, very good point. And it is one of those things that like, to me, makes me wonder, like where what is the U17? What's the competition against the U17 team or 17-year-olds gonna tell you? Like, also, I don't wish this at all. I have no, and I say this, I say it tongue in cheek. I do not mean it at all. Do not use this against me. But like what the perfect scenario that would happen is he'd go out and play a full match against 17-year-olds and get injured again. Like, that's what would happen. So you tell me you didn't use him in the game that actually mattered, where he could have scored a goal, but then he played a meaningless game and he could have injured something else. I know people will come back and say, well, if he got injured doing that, he would have gotten injured against that. Nobody knows that. You don't know that.
I'd also rather him get hurt in Serie A than a U17 game.
Something that means something.
Do you remember when Kyle George wasn't getting enough playing time? He went to the U23s for a game and just ruptured his patellar tendon?
Yeah.
Why? Why? Like, why?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said it. I didn't use it. I didn't mean it. Are you going to ask your question? Are you going to ask your question, Miss? Are you going to ask it?
But here's the thing, though. If he plays Sunday or if he plays Saturday, why? And if we're not playing him on tomorrow's game for 5 minutes because we're scared he's going to get hurt, then we have to ask the same question for the Saturday when he plays the young kids.
Yeah,
is he going to get hurt? If you're questioning one thing, why are you not questioning the other thing?
If he can't play in a reserve role, then he's not ready to play starting minutes until damn near January. Like, if we're being honest, because we have 7 games. You have 7 games. I'm sorry, we opened the floodgates. I apologize. Cursing's happening now. And I'm starting to get more and more frustrated with Juventus. He seems to like killing the joy. Yeah, I mean, Max Allegri right now is in a weird spot. He's in a spot right now, where like it's almost like he's okay with antagonizing the fans, like not giving you what you want. He's okay with kind of like throwing out this nonsense personality of BS, just feeding you BS after BS, and then when it comes to the game, just telling you, well, we lost because I don't have guys that are healthy. We're not good. They don't know. There's no plan, or whatever he's saying. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass right now, but I'm just frustrated because it's just me. You have him, use him, use Chiesa. That's it. That's all I really have to say about that.
But this is the thing. The fan base isn't asking for 90 minutes. We're asking just him be there and maybe get 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. Yeah. He can do it. And if he gets injured again, that's life. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is life.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. If it was going to happen Saturday. If it was going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen Saturday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It absolutely is. Where was it? Okay. We'll real quick touch on this, and then I want to move along for a few things. Master G said, would you guys agree that our back line currently is our biggest weakness, even more so than the midfield? At the beginning of the season, I absolutely would have agreed with you. Absolutely would have agreed with you when we first kicked off the season. I think our biggest weakness is not even on the field. I think it's the coach. I think that's our biggest. I mean, but like I say it tongue in cheek, but I mean it. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
I have such a hard time being, analytical. I have such a hard time breaking down the squad. I understand you can go after Chiesa, or not Chiesa. Sorry, we were talking about Chiesa, Cuadrado, and McKennie. You can go after these guys who deserve criticism, but I have such a hard time because there's. Like, it literally looks like guys who there's no plan. They don't know what they're doing. And they have no leadership. They have no guidance, which is part of what we're going to go. This conversation is going to move on to. And that's my problem. And like, yes, I agree. If you look at the left and the right and you look at the guys that are out there, when you look at having Alexandro playing and Danilo sometimes, and then right now with Bremer being injured and then Gatti, who has been getting no playing time. But there's so many different ways you can take it. Yeah, I agree with you. That's the massive void that Giorgio Chiellini left when he left. Like, not just what he brought to you when he was playing, but the leadership he brought off the pitch, what he brought probably in training. Yeah.
Communication, organization, just been there, done that. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
You can't teach winning a champion or European championship unless you've done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now we have. I mean, what guys do we have? Like the sad thing is, we're moving toward that already, that discussion, and I'm trying to hold it off because I know it's going to go that way. We're going to get into the leadership question and all that. But it is difficult for me that the guy that you have as a leader out there is, I guess it's supposed to be Bonucci, and that he ain't it. He can't do it.
He was walked on a leash by Chiellini all those years, and it's quite evident.
He's to me, it's Chiellini's little brother, and the little brother was never really trained to lead. He wasn't. Yep. He was a top tier follower. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, does that make sense? Like, just kind of like that guy where you're
Bonucci in your fraternity.
No, you get out of here.
You're the vice president. You're the vice president, and you're not the leader.
Yeah, but I was made to lead. I could have led. I just no. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking shots at me right now. No, when I was vice president, people don't care about fraternity stuff. But when I was vice president, the reason I only did vice president, actually, the vice president does more than the president. The vice president, and that's just I'm Dick Cheney. You know what I'm saying? I'm Dick Cheney. I got the shotgun. I'm gonna take an eye out or something. But what I'm doing is you're pulling all the strings behind the strings. Like, it was me. The vice president's job wasn't to take charge of the entire the entire chair system with fraternities. I don't know if you know what chairs, like Russ chair, community service chair, all the chairs, all the important things that keep things going. Website chair, I made that for myself. I did that, stuff like that.
The video as he rants about fraternities.
Yeah. Guys, smash that like button, hit the subscribe. Now we have the most viewers, and I'm sorry I'm talking about fraternity stuff, but it doesn't matter. What I'm saying was I did a lot of work. I could have been the leader.
Bonucci.
I could have. I should have been the leader, but I didn't because I wasn't going to jail for these people. I'm not going to jail because you do something stupid, because you get drunk, and too many young people want to go get drunk.
You know what you're doing right
myself
now?
On the line.
You're doing a Bonucci to Moise Keane right now.
I kind of am. Yeah, okay, you know, that's a good point. I'm not stepping it for you, Moise Keane. You know what? Maybe you were the one. Maybe you were the one in the wrong when they. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. I still can't. Looking back at it, believe that. Like you said, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here, guys. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in. He finally dropped his question. Sorry, you dropped it a while back, but I'm just getting into it now. Says, why did you give the armband to a person who is leaving next season rather than giving it to Danilo or Vlahovic? Well, it kind of went down. I mean, wait, just to be clear, the armband is Bonucci's, right? And the reason I asked that question is because when Allegri came in, it's kind of been like floated out of nowhere. When Chiellini left, there was no real, not that there's like a ceremony of passing of the torch, really. Like, do you recall any kind of like,
No, there was an announcement made, like not by the
it was just like a Twitter post or something, right?
Yeah,
it's Bonucci, right?
Capitano Bonucci.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Clap.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess right here I didn't even have. I had the quote right here where Allegri says Bonucci's the captain of the team. He's a player of character and quality. I also have to manage his energy according to the games we play. He is a man of responsibility. He gives us value by playing and not playing, which to me is a massive bleep you. And I know Max Allegri likes to do that. He likes to take little shots at Bonucci. There is no fondness between the two of them. And that probably speaks to a big part of one reason why this team's not working either. If the guy's your captain,
reason why Leo left.
Yeah, I mean, if you two are like petty with each other like that, like it makes sense. It kind of I understand why certain things aren't working, and maybe in the long term it's better for him. But that is a good point by Miss saying that. I don't know if I agree with Danilo should have the armband.
The next captain, it can't be an old guy. It has to be the new next regime. It can't be an old guy.
To which we move on, and I guess let's just go ahead and let's get into this question. After that, we're gonna get into some nonsense, and then I do have some more Juve stuff after that. But I want to do some nonsense. I want to do some fun stuff too, guys, because we gotta get into spooky season. Anyway, so my question to you is: who is the leader of this squad? And part B, is it? Since it's in the thumbnail, is it Dusan Vlahovic?
I'm going to go two ways. The vocal leader is not Vlahovic. The physical, emotional leader of the team is Vlahovic. He carries the team on his back. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his reactions. He is a game winner. He is the best player on the team when he is the best player on the team because the three other ones are out always. The vocal leader, I'm going to say there are none. Like Quadrado, no, sorry. He can wear the armband all he wants. He's not a vocal leader. He can go do his dance in the change room and do all that stuff. Bonucci, no. You go talk to the ref, I guess, but that's about it. There's no vocal leader on the team. And that goes back to your point of the organized defense with Chiellini, Buffon. Those guys are vocal leaders. And they could also do it on the pitch.
Serious question. If he would have been here, could Paulo Dybala have been a leader? Could he have been a leader of this team?
Nope.
No? Okay. And then the second part of that, could De Ligt?
Yep.
Like, to me, he absolutely should have been. Like, to me, he was the guy. And that's one thing that frustrates me. And obviously,
there's two things to that, though. Dybala, everyone liked him. Everyone, he was the likable dude, and he had the quality, obviously. Yeah. But he was never available. You have to be available. Like, Vlahovic is available all the time, knock on wood. Before something else happens, knock. And De Ligt was always available, and everyone believed in him, and he had the quality on the pitch.
Yeah,
so,
I think you bring up a really good point when you talk about Vlahovic. You can say about how his is not a vocal, but it's an action one. I wouldn't have fully agreed with you that for a lot of the season until here recently, especially that last game where he willed Juventus to win that match. Everything he did, Juve don't win that match if it's not for him. And it's easy to
he's 22 years old.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I want to touch on this real quick because I did put down the note of the way I looked at it before is I put the onus on Ronaldo when he was here. I know we had Rajat talking about Ronaldo in the chat and just saying that I wanted him to be, when you are Ronaldo, when you are somebody like that, and this is also something when Juve brought in Vlahovic, I expected him to try to attempt to become that kind of next prototype of a player. Like, not Ronaldo. Nobody's Ronaldo or Messi. Well, maybe a lot of people are Ronaldo right now. But you know what I mean? Like, nobody is, in their heyday. Nobody is that. Yeah. But at the same time, I have high expectations of him. I expect Vlahovic to be scoring or almost scoring a goal every single match. I expect him to be doing what he did the last match, which was literally willing the team to victory. Just the effort, the hustle. He was leading by why am I blanking on it? Leading by doing or leading by why the fuck am I was sorry.
Example.
Yeah, but it's all right. Just words they blank out of your head. You turn into an idiot when you have a camera and a mic in front of you. But anyway, thank you. Okay, yes, exactly. And like in essence, like Ronaldo failed at that when he was at Juventus. So many times where I thought, is there a possibility that he could have gotten the captain's armband, or like should he have ever gotten it if he would have been a leader? But you saw it from 2019. I mean, the second season he was here on the frustration building, the baby attitude, the meltdown you're seeing here at Manchester United now, and all that he's done. I mean, it's sad to watch. It's really, really sad to see this. I mean, I know you're not sad. No. But I mean, but you don't think it is? Like, to me, I don't have any love for LeBron James. But if I were to see him have a meltdown like that, it'd be sad to watch anybody who's highly thought of like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not care. Like, that won't bother. LeBron's my favorite player ever in basketball. If he starts acting like that, I don't care. He's a baby.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo, you're a grown man. You're 37 years old. Do not do that. Do not act like that.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's fair.
If you're 21, like when you used to do that stuff, you used to do that kind of stuff all the time when you was like 21 and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're annoying, and you're a kid. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah.
Like Sidney Crosby, you don't know who Sidney Crosby is? That blew my mind.
I know who Sidney. I'm sorry, I know who Sidney Crosby is now. I know Crosby the name.
He used to do that all the time when he was growing up in hockey, like from ages 18 to 23. Then he won a Stanley Cup, and then he grew up, and then he started to mature. Now he's like, I don't make fun of him anymore. I respect him to the highest degree now.
Yeah.
What a player.
What a man. What a guy.
But Ronaldo, you're a loser. You're a baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I love that you say it to the Canadian. I'm sorry. Like, what are you saying? Because it just changes. It changes the entire tone of it for me. Miska's bringing up a good point, saying 5 subs available. Still, youngsters are not getting a chance. What kind of manager are you? I'm saving that. We'll not comment on that right now, because that's actually another part of the show that I have later down the line that I do want to discuss. And I do want to kind of get into that. But I just thought I'd go ahead and highlight that while you said that. Yeah, exactly. Zero says kids playing is not just Max's decision. It's not technical. He hasn't played a game since he's back. He needs competitive minutes with less intensity. Which, I mean, I think, like, if you're Juventus, Empoli is that. I'm sorry, it should be. Empoli should not be looked at as, like, and I understand maybe you need some minutes against. That's fine. I mean, but you can just play. I mean, you can practice with your own youth team. You don't need to have a friendly. Like, you don't need to. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Master G saying Chiellini and Buffon held that team together and that back line. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't when it comes to that. Like, of course, when you have those guys, they are your glue, but they're much more than glue.
One's a World Cup winner. One's a European Championship winner. Like, there's levels.
Yeah. Yeah. James Stone, Zio says, "What's up, guys? By the way, Chiellini is on the bench right now for LAFC. You know, you get old. Yeah, things happen. You know, it's what it is.
Are they losing or are they winning?
I haven't paid attention at all. I feel like I should have watched. I should have watched a little bit of that, but I haven't. And then Stephanie, what's up, Stephanie? Appreciate you tuning in and joining us in the After Dark. She says, not Juve related, but Tu is back. Is he back?
Yeah, is he back?
Is he back? Last time I saw him, he was on the field doing this. Like that's not good. Actually, that's okay. I want to talk about this, and I'm sorry, LA, if you rewatch this. Sometimes I throw a topic out there, you just don't bite. So like, I don't know if you heard me talk. I think it was late. No, it was late in the show, so I don't think you saw this. Okay, and this is something I think Juve could utilize, but it's something that like you're not supposed to talk about, but. I was watching the Kentucky game, and I know Stephanie. Everybody knows I hate Kentucky. Like, I'm a Louisville fan, I hate Kentucky. But we have the secret thing where we just watch each other's games, and that's basically your second team.
You hate watch.
You hate watch every game. But their quarterback, Will Levis, got taken out and he got drilled, and he was bad. He was in bad shape. His arm, I think, his finger was like bent sideways, and they had to pop that thing back in. And then, his offensive line is trash, and like it's horrible. Somebody's going to get him killed, but they had him come off, and he had so much shoulder pain that like he could barely like keep his arm up.
Yeah,
and then he comes back in like 5 minutes later, good to go. Just good to go. I'm ready to play. And somebody interviewed him at the end of the game and said, so can you walk me through what happened there? What got you back in there? They ended up winning, so whatever. But like,
was it his throwing arm?
I can't. I think so. I can't recall exactly. But here's the point. It's less about that. But
sorry, go.
They talked to him. They asked him what happened. He goes, well, I went back there, got the magic shot, and I came back in, and I was good to go. And I was like. And like not just me, but the commentator or the reporter froze for a second. It was almost like one of those things.
Did
like,
you just say that?
You're not supposed to say that, dude. Like we don't say that. Like, what is this? First, what is the magic shot? They didn't have it around in high school. But I didn't know Oxycontin. What is like? I don't know what it is. Is it cortisone? Is it?
It's
cortisone? And what is
a freeze? And like because my dad uses it for. He had a poop elbow, like a bum elbow, and he would just get a shot, and he'd be fine. Like,
can we get that for Juventus instead of the spray stuff that doesn't work at all? Can we just start shooting guys up? Is it a steroid? Is it a drug? What is it? I don't know.
If
we'll pass the test.
If there's a steroid in it, we will be screwed.
Right.
So,
so if it's a magic shot, it's gonna pass some tests, right? It's magic. That's the point. It's magic. It works.
I don't know. There's going to be some stinky investigation. FIGC is going to do some stinky investigation, and then somehow that whatever's in that shot is going to be under illegal substances, and then we're going to get docked 18 points.
Yeah. So we'll see. I just think it's something we should look into. At this point down the line, we should look into it. Stephanie does bring a good point. She says, talking about Tua Tagovailoa, Viola. Anyway, whatever. Says, I don't think I did well enough saying as much as I did. Yeah. I don't think you should play like Chiesa, but it brings a good vibe on the bench. That's a good point. At least being there, showing you're there for your team. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me just make sure before we move on. And then Edgar did say De Ligt is a natural leader. Edgar, can you just do it for me? Do it to me. Edgar, say it. Say it for me. I need you to drop it in the chat right now. Drop.
Icardi is best.
Or Juve could use Icardi right now. Just drop one for me. Just do it for me. I need it. It's like a drug. Anyway, Luis is kind of hard to put in effort every match when the best outcome is a draw. Allegri needs to go. That's where we are. We're literally sitting in this. We're in purgatory. We're in purgatory right now, and that's exactly where we are. But we're going to continue talking about it and being fans because that's what we are. That's what we do as fans of Juventus. Okay, let me make sure before I go into nonsense mode, just to make sure. So have we kind of trailed off a little bit, but like if you had to put it on somebody right now, did you say who would be? There it is. Who would be your guy? Who would be your guy to be the leader for Juventus in the squad right now? Like, who does it need to be? Who does it have to be? Is it Vlahovic? Is it a guy like a Chiesa? You say he needs to be a young guy though, so yeah, Vlahovic should fit that role.
I think it needs to be a young guy at this point because when you say the veterans and the experienced players, and you go and you want to pump their tires, those guys have been shit for a year and a half. What older player on this team has been good? Di Maria.
Di Maria.
He's played 4 games or something.
I know, but like that's the only one that I've seen.
He's been here for 1 year. Like at this moment in time,
he's been here months. He hasn't been a year. He's been here for a few months, a couple months.
Yeah. And Vlahovic hasn't been here long either.
No.
But it has to be him at this point.
I think
always available. He's the emotional and physical leader of this team, and he always gives you a chance to score a goal or win a game.
I think there's 2 parts of this. I think if it were up to me, obviously a guy like Vlahovic would be a perfect situation for that to work out because obviously he is. He's looked at the talent-wise, the build, everything that he has. He has all the essentials going into this, but he just needs to turn it up a bit. Additionally, if I'm doing my own, Juve Italian kind of thing, I would look to a guy like Chiesa. But I don't know if Chiesa has the personality to do it. Like you see moments of fire, but like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you see him perform on the big stage in a couple of moments here and there, obviously the Euros and stuff like that. And then, if we're being honest, it's just been that first year under Juve, and like I know he had that little stretch against Napoli and whatever last season, but it has to be a guy like him. It has to be him, I guess. So if I'm creating a wanted list, it's Chiesa, Vlahovic. Is that it? Because like Pogba can't be that guy. Pogba does not have the personality to be that guy.
I would not give the captaincy to Pogba because he's stuff behind the scenes. I don't want to stereotype or whatever, but he's just better off being himself, not the captain.
What if you have to because the witch doctor has forced you into making him?
Then you gotta fold.
Then you do it.
You
fold the club.
You fold the club at that point because outer
forces
season is starting to spooky season's coming into the club. Fold it.
Yes.
Like Locatelli has the mindset and not so much the vocal demeanor, but he's the mindset of a Juventus player. Everyone says the grinta, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But at this moment in time, he can't guarantee a starting spot, so it can't be him either. It's got to be a person who's guaranteed a starting spot, can make a difference in a game, and is the physical and emotional leader, because no one's the vocal leader at this point. So I think it's Vlahovic.
Yeah, I mean, and there is Alejandro giving us our thumbnail. There it is. I mean, it has to be. Real quick, guys, if you're in here right now, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. But also, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna be optimistic. And I'm going to set a goal of 50 likes in the stream. I'm being optimistic. It's
After Dark?
It's hard right now and After Dark, but I'm setting a goal of 50 likes. If we get 50 likes, you know what? If we get to 50 likes, what time is it right now? If we get to 50 likes, we'll do a giveaway, another Bianconeri Zone merch giveaway at the end, or once these, once we come to the break. Once we get to the next break. Not for the channel, but for the team, we'll do a giveaway. We'll do that if we get to 50 likes in the stream. I appreciate it. We really do want to build up this After Dark thing into being a regular live stream. I know we took off, we threw everything off. Sorry guys, we apologize. We want to create something fun here in the evening for Juventus fans that are in different parts of the world that can't tune in at 5, 11, whatever it is, 11 Juventus time. Rick Ossie, our friend from Australia, who will have some cool stuff. I see Gigi Buffon over here is wearing the scarf that he sent me right now. So it's got the nice old logo with the new one. Maybe, I know a lot of people are really, really superstitious right now about the new logo, thinking that's what brought down our club. That ain't it, guys. It's not it. Like, changing the picture ain't doing it. But anyway, says best performed shares in 2022 is J Medical. Buy now, and in 6 months you will buy that Ferrari you always wanted. So
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Do the do the sounders. You got a whole soundboard there. Like,
this one?
Come on.
No.
Like the joke one. Like it's like a joke. It's a.
Do I have that one?
You must. It's a soundboard.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the one that originally comes with it that you use? Because I deleted all those. I said, get those out of here. I don't need them. I think the only ones that I do have, I have like Conti doing stuff. I have, what's this one? This is a random one.
Don't you know I would never say the word fuck? I would never fucking ever.
There you go, Gideon. Sorry, Gideon. There you go, Gideon. I didn't even know that one was it, so I apologize.
I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah, you do.
There you go, guys. I apologize. I immediately do regret that decision. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me just real quick. Let's go through some of these chats, and then we're gonna get into spooky season. We got to get into spooky season. Then we're gonna come back. We do have some more Juve stuff I do want to get into before we go too late into this video. So let's do that now. We have Rajat saying about Angel Di Maria when we were talking about leaders. Edgar says Chiesa is the leader. He has what it takes. Again, Anthony Lochicono. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly.
Lochicono.
I apologize. I'm Italian background, but I'm in Kentucky, so I can't do it. They should sign you. If they can sign you, we'll be good to go. There we go. Stephanie was arguing for Pogba. He has what it takes, or Chiesa. I
disagree.
Pogba just has so many extracurriculars that there are issues on and off the pitch. And he hasn't been here.
It's better to let a butterfly fly. Don't give him an extra burden. Let him fly.
Well, it's also been an issue too because since he's been gone, heck, most people that he played with are gone now. Remember last year we had that picture, or not the picture, but the old picture of Dybala, Cuadrado, Morata, and Pogba sliding. And we're like, we could remake that next year, and they're all bleeping gone except for Pogba here now. They're all gone.
He'll be gone.
He's gone.
He's gone in 8 months.
His physical ability is gone.
That's not the same Cuadrado.
The corpse of Cuadrado is still getting thrown out there. It's still whatever.
Spooky season.
Yeah. Jockey Bro brings up that Panine is the best older player. I mean, how old is he? How is he? He's 28? Oh, okay. So,
no, I think he's probably pushing 30 now.
I mean, there's a conversation. We're saving this for another time. We can talk about the Szczesny versus Panine talk. That's something we could.
We could definitely do that
because Rajat brings up Wojciech, and I'll be honest. Right now I'm leaning more into Panine than I'm doing him, but we'll talk about it later. Matt says, how
Szczesny only starts because he's making €7 million.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Completely agree. Yeah. At this point, yeah. I mean, last year we were crushing him because he was playing really, really poorly. But if we're being honest, he's not playing awful. He's making some stupid mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's just Panine looks like the better goalkeeper. He does to me. Okay, I said I wasn't doing this. I'm saving that for later. We'll talk about this another time. We'll have live streams to talk about that. Matt says, Julian talks about Diaper FC sometimes. We're kind of Diaper FC, but the old people Diaper version. That's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, we're
no free ads. No free ads.
No free ads. Right now, we just switched my kid into the pull-ups now.
Nice.
When he's at daycare. Yeah. They want him fully potty trained in 3 months. And I said, I don't know. I'm sure you could probably more than do that, but it's a big step, and I don't know how much poop I want to be cleaning up because he's missing, and I don't want to. Also, okay, sorry, we're going off topic, guys. This is weird. I'm not super comfortable with it. My wife wants me to I guess you show them how to use the restroom. You show them how to pee. As the dad, I don't know if I'd I was in a locker room, but I don't know if I'd I don't know. It just feels weird. Here's me pissing, son. Here it is. This is how you do it.
Would you rather someone else teach your kid how to? Would you rather someone else teach your kid how?
No. Okay, that's a good point. No, but I just thought.
Yeah,
what I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like you just. It's there. You know what you're doing, right? You just pull it out and you aim the hose. You aim the hose, right? I don't know.
Okay, so explain that to a 2-year-old.
Also, because I also had a twin brother and an older brother, so I probably just learned it that way when I was a kid. You just see people drop trowel and pee outside.
Okay, so how's Luca gonna learn?
Yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. I don't know. It's weird to me. Is that weird? Is it weird that I think it's weird? Is that?
Yeah, a little bit. It's your kid.
If it's weird, hit the like button. If I'm weird right now, hit that like button. That's all I'm asking. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I have to do it. It's just I don't know. I also was the guy, no offense, I don't know why I thought it was weird. When he was first born, you're supposed to bare chest it and just lay him on there kind of thing. Skin to skin. And I was yeah, I'm good. I'll just lay him on me. So now we have no relationship because of that. So I guess that's what happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Zero asks, no one answers this question. No one ever, I guess you're saying no one ever answers this question. Allegri sacked, who's the replacement? No splash, crazy 10 million salary. Well, we already kind of talked about it. We had talked about it on this channel.
We did a whole week on that stuff during the international break.
We debated it because we need more. We need more Ale versus Julian because Ale or Julian and I agree on the coaches. But to me, the thing that makes the most sense, and I think I talked about it in daily videos. You're not watching my daily videos, Zero. But watch the daily videos, and I think I talked to people about. It would make sense to bring in Montero in that situation if he's just finishing out the season. Then he can go right back down. So you do the rest of the season, finish it out. Holla at your boy Antonio Conte come fix this situation. He's not going to be the long-term situation. He's going to leave in a couple of years, but then you make sure you have that solution on the road. He's going to set you up. You're going to be good to go. But it's just like, to me, because anything else, I know I say that, and then I also thought the same thing about Allegri, but it's two totally different situations between Allegri and him. But it is a gamble with anybody else. And I just don't know who else I would trust to fix this.
Someone will come and fight you on Conte because of how they played this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but
Ale. You're talking about Ale. You're talking about Ale because Ale's saying how bored he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have the same reaction. I'll say he doesn't play that much free-flowing, attractive football either, and he's got ballers on his team. He's got Kane and Son, who are absolute studs. So what's he going to do in this team? Yeah. He's going to have to get a whole new recruiting summer and new players, and it'll be better. We'll be better than what we are now. Yeah. But are we going to reach where we want to reach ultimately with him?
Yeah. With Conte?
Yeah. I would no, don't get me wrong. I'm still with you. I'd rather have Conte, obviously.
No, but I just think the idea. I mean, like, I understand. He kind of craps the bed when it comes to the UCL. I hate to act like I don't care because I do care, and I don't want to pretend like I don't care about the Champions League because it's stupid. I'd be an idiot if I didn't care about the Champions League. But to me, I have to care about like the base level, and I understand like there are teams that aren't winning their leagues, but no offense, winning the Premier League and winning the Serie A is not the same thing. Like to me, it's not the same thing at all. You can be third, fourth place in Premier League and somehow pull out the Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes this is how things go, injuries, whatever have you. Serie A, though, to me, I feel like it's kind of like you got to be the best in Serie A to have a dream of winning the Champions League. Like it has to be a given that you're the best of the best or the best of that league. I'm okay with it. The whole way I'm looking at it is you get Conte, he sets you up with a good foundation, and then you find the guy to take you to the next level, or a young up and comer guy who can take the reins. Oddly enough, Allegri was the guy who could come in and take the reins for a little bit when last time.
So Gadion, he's pro Allegri. There's not many of those left. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. He should call in one day.
Yeah.
Not. We don't want to like completely poop on you.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting discussion. Like I'm willing to have a civil discussion and say, why? What have you seen since last August to now?
Yeah.
And says that you still believe in him. He's gotten his players. We don't do anything remotely close to a functioning team in each third of the pitch. Mm-hmm. Why is he still on that bandwagon?
Yeah. He says the best football I've seen Juve play was under Allegri. I don't think it's his fault at all. Gadian, how old are you?
And that's
you said you're 34. You're
that's
34, so no.
2016, though.
Yeah. Like
this is 2023.
Look what the squad was made up. It's hard. The problem is I can't crush him for this. But the reason I say like I can't crush him, I can crush you in the here and now and say like, dude, look what he's doing right now. He's not doing anything. He's not doing his job. Like he's not doing his job. That's why I don't believe him. It's not just because I don't believe in Max Allegri, but I don't believe in the guy right now who is not going to work and actually doing his job 9 to 5. He's having to do retiros that don't make any sense. It's not working because of that. I'm trying to think the exact way I want to say this. I had the same kind of.
Sorry, maybe he believes that Chiesa and Pogba are going to make the difference of us winning stuff.
You know, there's also this thing where like we romanticize the past a lot.
Yes.
Right? I did this. I know, guys. I'm going back to the of the local stuff, but like I did that with Bobby Petrino the very first time he was here in Louisville, coaching the Louisville team, the greatest team I've ever seen play for Louisville. Should have played for a national championship if one guy wasn't offsides and they don't miss that bleeping kick or whatever. Like that's all that had to happen, and they're playing for a national title that year.
Screw kickers.
The kickers don't have a spot in football. I know it's called football, but in American football is what I'm saying. Not this football. He came back for a second stint. Yeah, they had a Heisman winner and all that, but like otherwise the team, it's a kind of an Allegri approach. The entire team collapsed. It was one dude, and when that one dude left, they had nothing going. He wasn't coaching. He basically did right now where he basically didn't care about the season, let it go to waste because they're going to pay $14 million no matter what to him for a buyout.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same situation. I'm getting bleeped two different teams with the same thing. So it's just like, to me, I just think Max Allegri's not doing his job. And then like Guardian comes back and says, not the past 2 seasons, but I strongly believe it's because Bonucci is our captain. I mean, there can be little.
The captain.
How important do we put it on? I mean, it's important, but like, I think a team can function without a great captain. I think it can. I think you can win games against the mid to bottom of the Serie A. You shouldn't be with a crappy captain. I do. Yeah. Rick Ossie says, "Do you think Max Allegri will last the season?"
Yep. I do. I personally do. I don't think I don't want him to, but I think he will. I think there's too much protection and there's too much stupid reason to say, hey, I still believe in you.
I had a feeling for a point in time that he would be, a couple weeks ago. Like, I thought they're going to fire him now. Like, it's going to happen.
I thought the Maccabi Haifa game was, you're done.
That should have been it. If we as a club have any standards whatsoever anymore, that should have been it. When that didn't happen, I guess, that would probably be it. The only thing I could see is like you get to the halfway point, you get to this midseason break, and then maybe they pull the plug. But I don't see it. No. I just it'd have to be. You'd have to continue this collapse. You can't win any more matches. You have to finish maybe drawing a couple, losing the rest, or something like that for the move to be made. And I don't think they're going to make a move. I don't think they're going to make a move on him after the break's done. I don't see that happening.
Also, another thing is people talk about the World Cup coaches that will be leaving their positions after this World Cup. That's not going to help because you're going to come back into the season, like the second part of the season, with no real know-how of the club. Like Didier Deschamps, let's say France go to the semifinal and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Players go on vacation. They take their breaks. Who's he going to coach?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. So, unfortunately, Rick, I wish that wasn't the case, but we're probably here for better. I mean, for worse. That's not better. For worse, we're going to have to deal with Allegri throughout the season. If Juve are just if they just stay in where they are, if they stay in 10th place, or not 10th place, 10th, 10 points down.
Close enough.
Yeah, you're right. If they stay that and you're getting to March and they don't make a move, I'll lose my bleep. I will go insane on this channel because it just means that they don't care. And at that point, why do you care? Why do we care at that point if they're okay with that? And then also, I'm seeing right now people are commenting. I went back up a little bit, and I saw people were talking about Locatelli, about being a potential leader. Obviously, Locatelli's been probably one of the more disappointing, I don't want to say signings, but more disappointing players recently that I can remember. Bringing him in, I thought he would be an important key piece to Juve. He's kind of floundered. I don't know if that's because of him personally, or if it's because of Allegri and how he's being utilized, because he kept being played as a regista instead of using Paredes when you even have Paredes right now. It doesn't make sense.
He has Rabiot, Paredes, and Locatelli. They've been all fit since Rabiot returned, right?
Yeah.
They've still not all played together yet. that's the most criminal thing I've ever seen in my
Just
you
so
have all
Quadrado
these
and
three
McKinney.
players. Quadrado, McKinney. Mm-hmm. It's can't believe it. I actually can't believe it.
Yeah.
When you say he probably sits there, throws out the balls, and says, "Hey, have a good practice."
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that and still put the right players match day, and you can win because you have the right players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But instead, he starts McCrappy and Quad.
McCrappy. That's creative. But yeah, no, but I agree. I not that I don't want to get into that argument, but I understand the argument. I just have so much of a.
You can do better. I'm saying you can just do better.
Yeah, but I just have such a frustration with the coach right now. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, no, we're gonna get into spooky season, and then we'll come back to the other part I had.
Okay.
Rabio, your part's getting deleted. I'm not talking Rabio at all today. I don't need that.
Spook it out.
That's
spooky enough.
So real quick, and then Pierre Portello, we talked about this early in the video. I think somebody else, or in the live stream, somebody else had dropped that same sentiment. I apologize. Was it Mark? I apologize. Somebody did, and saying I recently went from changing to the midfield the biggest issue to now the fullbacks are the biggest issue. I mean, and that's what it is. It is truly, and I believe that at the beginning of the season. I personally just think that the coaching is the biggest issue, and then we can really kind of we can come back together and reevaluate the situation and see what the real issue is. Though I agree with you. The midfield right now, especially if everybody's healthy, a midfield of Paredes, Locatelli, Manetti playing in there, Pogba, and that should be good enough. That should be good enough for City.
Exactly. That's my point.
And then Stephanie asked, "Do y'all believe that you can start looking at a goalkeeper?" And there's a rumor out today about some young player that whatever. It's just funny how far we've come from the rumors of freaking Donnarumma to some bleeping kid. I don't even know. like to be honest,
some Georgian kid.
Yeah. So like
to answer that, no, you don't have to because I think Perrin is good enough.
Yep. And I agree with you, Jamie. I agree. Jamie says not sacking him after that game was cutting your nose off to spite your face. To spite your face, yeah.
Speaking of that stuff, and Jigsaw and Ghostface and Scream.
Yeah, okay.
It's spooky season.
You're trying to get me off. I'm sorry. I keep seeing people in their comments, and I'm sorry. I keep falling down. I keep taking the bait, and I keep going instead of talking. Okay, let's get into spooky season, guys. Hang out with us. Let us know we're about to talk about it right now. Let us know your favorite, maybe customs, maybe somewhere you are. Do you have any haunted stories? Do you have any spooky stories? Do you have any weird, whatever things that you would like to share? I'm now opening the floor to Julian to tell us his.
Well, you put me on the spot here. I don't believe in that stuff.
Oh, you don't
believe in? I don't believe in any of that stuff. I told you the story about my mother-in-law. 2 stories about her.
Yeah.
I don't know if people remember from the After Darks a while ago.
Uh-huh.
She believes in that. They went to Salem. I told you that they went to Boston this past weekend.
Your wife believes in this stuff, though, right?
No. Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So you two are just opposites when it comes to this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She gets mad at me all the time when
because you don't believe.
I don't. She might be saying, "Oh yeah, look the spirit," blah blah. I'm like, no, sorry, no. And then she's like, nah.
Does your wife think that? Guys, and also smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I said if we get to 50 this live stream, right now it's looking difficult, but if we get to 50, we'll do giveaway at the as soon as the break comes back. So you don't does your wife believe that what's the movie, the Disney movie? Does she think that's a documentary? The witches, you know what I'm talking about? Hocus Pocus. Does she think that's a documentary? Does she think that's actual stuff like that's actually real? Like that happened?
She believes what happened in Salem. Not specifically the Sanderson sisters or whatever, but she believes there was witches. That was the main place for witches in Salem.
But I think even us in America, I mean, I'm American. We believe that these guys were fucking insane. Sorry, Guardian. These people were insane, and they were accusing any little thing that happened on witchcraft. Sorry, Pogba. And they were accusing everything on witchcraft, and they literally were murdering women like out of spite for whatever happened, like just using them as an out. No, like it's not real.
No, yeah.
Like,
You said you believe in that stuff, kind of.
No, I believe in I believe in ghosts. I believe in haunted things. I believe in that. I do believe in that stuff. I believe in aliens. I can believe in aliens. That one I can buy. To me, it almost feels like it's almost naive of me to think that in the entire universe, this is the only place. This is the only place where life's happening. Is right here on this
planet XYZ. There's another soccer team called Juventus, and they're doing a talk show about them.
And there's got to be, right? There's got to be. There's got to be.
You think their team's better than ours?
Probably have a better coach. Marcus's haunted story. I know Juventus lost to Monza and McAfee, and they kept Allegri. Scarily stupid from the management. Yeah, I agree.
It's spooky season.
Regazzi said boys went to school with the guys who created Saw. Glen Waverly High School in Melbourne. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. That is really awesome. Rick Ossie's full of cool stuff. Like he's living this life that I only dream of. Like he's
going to pop
on
and have a talk.
Well, I told him that next time we need to pre-schedule stuff. I also need Ale to make me, since he's forcing me to do these things where they're in frame and I can't just be a freaking screen. He's got to create something for me so I can get other people on. And then Joseph's taking a shot at me saying, damn, Justin, the second kid got your beard going gray already. Bleep you, dude.
It's noticeable, eh?
It's noticeable. Also, well, right now what it is that you're seeing, I think this, like it's gray in here, but a lot of this is actually what you're seeing is a reflection of me putting too much mustache wax in my thing. So like my mustache, I let it grow out. And if I don't, this will be like in my mouth. So like I wax it to the side. So that way I don't have stuff touching me and the wife doesn't get mustache hairs all in her mouth and stuff like that. Anyway. Okay. So your wife believes in all this stuff. You don't believe in all this stuff. That's like crazy to me. Do you have stories from your local area? So I know we talked a little bit about it before. Here locally, there's a lot of like haunted stuff going on. I remember we went to school at the University of Louisville. There's old Louisville, all kinds of haunted stories and stuff like that people would tell me at night. And of course we have the Waverly Sanatorium, which is basically a bunch of people died, all that good stuff. There's a lot of things. And then there's also there's the tale of the Poplick Monster. The Poplick Monster. This isn't like too deep to go into. I remember my mom used to tell me this story all the time whenever we drive it. Actually, it's really not that far from where I live right now. So if you go down, if you live in Louisville, if you go down Taylorsville Road and you keep going, you're going out of the county, they're called the trestles, the train track trestles that you're in, like you get into this like forested area, and then to the left you can look up and see these train trestles that are up, maybe about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 stories. Basically, it's pretty high up. Yeah. And back in the day, and I don't know, maybe kids still do, but people used to always go out on those trestles at night, and kids would go out there because there's all these rumors of this quote unquote Poplick Monster, which is ridiculous sounding to me, but half man, half goat, half whatever kind of person who would
member pig.
Member pig, half man, half bear, half pig. I think is what they said, right? But anyway, I know the math doesn't add up, guys. It's not me being stupid. I'm super serial about this, guys. I'm super serial. We need to. Bear pig is coming. But it was basically that kind of story. And basically that, kids would be out there and this thing would like lure these kids out and try to get their attention. And slowly what would happen is once they get so far down there, you start hearing obviously like rattling at night. Yeah. And then obviously a train would come and kill, and the kids would, get killed. And there are plenty of kids or just individuals that would go out on the trestles at night that have died from, this happening. A lot of people, obviously, I feel like the most likely thing that happened is they went out there, they were idiots, they shouldn't have done it on their own. But there's this old focal legend that built up about this for years. Like this isn't just like a one-off thing that people used to say.
Please pronounce the monster's name again.
The Poplick.
The
monster.
Poplick monster.
Poplick. It's off Poplick Road, is why it's called the Poplick.
It's
sorry, I guess I should have explained that. Yeah, it's not just some dude who looks like the Pope out there.
Yeah, it was like Pope Mick.
Yeah,
the Pope licks you to death.
Yeah. So there's that. There's lots of like Louisville has some weird things around this area because there's a lot of history and a lot of certain areas where there could be like more haunting going on. And obviously to me it's crazy like thinking like where I live. Obviously doing a Juventus channel, we talk Italian, going to Italy, and how much more history there. More people have died. More people have lived there than here. There are also different things I know out in Long Run. I grew up actually. It was called a little neighborhood called Long Run Woods, and it's out in Long Run, which is between Louisville and Shelby County, and it's right on the border of Shelby County and Jefferson County. And there's a Battle of Long Run, or battle. No, wait. Yeah, Battle of Long Run, which is during the Civil War, or no, it was the Revolutionary War, right? Yeah, Revolutionary War, where a huge
the North or the South.
No, Revolutionary War was between
War.
us and those dirty Brits. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. During that, and a bunch of people died. And there's a time, like I think there's also one that's out in Gettysburg, I believe out there.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Where people go at night and you can just supposedly see like ghosts, what people believe are ghosts of people walking at night.
Yeah.
And like
Joseph saying there's like in Virginia, there's a bunny man. And something that you can see soldier ghost sightings everywhere. So you guys are all smoking the same stuff out there, right?
It's a similar kind of thing. It's a similar kind of thing even out here where they say that, and that there's like you can see different stuff like that at night. It's wild. Like I think more like I believe in like ghosts to a certain degree. Like I've gone through the whole Waverly Hills thing. I did the whole thing at night. I did the tour, which was like, why did I do that tour? Like,
How much
kind of
did you
thing.
pay for that?
No. It wasn't very expensive. They were having, it was, okay, so they do the haunted house on the first floor, and then you can pay like $20-$30 more to go upstairs kind of thing. So I was like, let's do that. That'll be fun. It was creepy as hell. It's dark. They're taking you into the morgue and all that stuff, and it's just, it's just creepy.
I would love to do that and scare people.
Yeah, feel free. Come on down. Come on down next Halloween. You come on down. Stephanie says they do not have spooky stuff in Canada. First of all, real quick back.
You said that wrong. Do they not?
Oh, do they not? Oh, do they not have spooky stuff in Canada? What do they have where you live?
Well, like I said before, there was the War of 1812 in my backyard between us and you guys, which we clearly won. And it's the burial ground with all the soldiers. Go look.
I know what you're saying. You
think we own that?
You keep your cold ass country. You enjoy living in Antarctica. That's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, and that's where my mother-in-law thought she got hit by a dead soldier, right? So people have said that's a spooky area at night. BS. Then there's a place called the Hermit.
Oh, you're miserable, aren't you? Like you're not even like I don't believe in this stuff. You're like I'm gonna shit on everybody who believes in anything like this. Anything fun.
I will because I believe in it. Yeah, absolutely. Like Niagara on the Lake, spooky as hell. Nah, man, what?
That's what he said, huh? Could be.
What part? Like what part in particular? Like near the actual water, like where the pirate ship is?
Possessed maple syrup haunted poutine. Or John's killing me. That's good stuff. You like the macabre, do you, mate? That's fine.
So not really crazy things, especially where I am in Hamilton, but not like the lore of Louisville, the Waverly Asylum.
What'd you say?
Sanatorium.
What'd you
Louisville.
say? What'd you say?
Louisville.
Louisville. It's Louisville. It's not that hard. Louisville. You don't say Louisville. It's just Louisville.
How does
here?
How does the name Louisville?
Everybody who's here, everybody who's in the stream, say it with me. Louisville. There we go. Now you know
Louisville.
How to pronounce the city. It's Louisville. Say it like you got a mouthful of bourbon. That's how you say it. That's how the people tell you.
It's like when Norwich turns to Norwich.
If you really
Like,
want to use, one of my friends who wasn't from here, he's from Pittsburgh, moved here, and he used the argument of, well, it's named after King Louis of France, so shouldn't it be Louisville? And I'm like, bleep off, a-hole. But that one would work. But no, we say it Louisville, just like you don't say New Orleans or whatever. You don't, I'm not telling.
I say New Orleans.
Yeah, Nolans, whatever. Anyway, it's fine.
I'm not saying Nolans.
People have pronunciations they use. Their cities are called different things. Whatever. If you don't want to respect people, you don't have to respect people. You don't have to be a respectful human being. Guys, 14 more likes and we will get a giveaway here on the channel. Gideon says, I've been a Juve fan since 2005. I've seen the bad moments. So you became a Juve fan just a year before me, so respect.
I've been a Juve fan longer than both.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know it existed until then. So calm down. Good for you. You have a papa who loves you, even though he's not even a Juve
Sampdoria.
Yeah. I would. I'm sorry, Guardian. I wouldn't know what Sampdoria is. So there you go. But he says, I've been a Juve fan since 2005. I've seen bad moments. I've never seen Juve do well in the UCL until Allegri. This is just unfortunate. Pogba was fully fit. I believe we would have been good. I don't know.
I'll politely disagree.
Yeah, I mean, my issue right now is there's so many other. Pogba coming back in would not solve everything to me. I would love it if that did, but there's so many other little issues and problems with the club right now that I just don't think that's going to resolve it. Though when they did play him and Di Maria though together, it looked pretty good for a little bit when we have them in the preseason. But of course, that was also against the Mexican team that was not really that good. So let's see.
Bring up my uncle's thing for a quick sec because the Devil's Punch Bowl is really close to where I live, obviously, because that's where he lives. So that area is called Devil's Punch Bowl because it's like I don't want people kill themselves.
Yeah,
they jump off.
Are you gonna be Logan Paul? Are you gonna go down to the Devil's Punch Bowl?
No, I'm not. But no. That was crazy.
Right.
But I have been there because it's nice to look at the city from up in a nice peak. And there is a dude who it was like the middle of the summer, 33 degrees. Sorry for you, that's like 90.
Thank you.
He had pants on, no shirt, had the Bible upside down, reading satanic things and just yelling satanic words. I'm like, whoa, you're on drugs, brother. Mm-hmm. I'm getting out of here. Who knows what you're gonna do?
Or what spirits he could have conjured, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. But I was more scared of what he was going to physically do to me.
Oh, yeah. No, well, my mom also used to tell me, I remember my mom, and then also my wife told me there's certain areas in like Shelby County where you're driving through. It's funny because I'll be doing jobs all the time, driving. I have to go serve subpoenas or locate people. And I hate once winter comes, it's dark by, 4 or 5 o'clock. Yeah. It starts getting dark. It's dark at 5. So I'm driving out in the middle of nowhere and, places where during the day it would look fine. There's trees around you. But as soon as it's dark, it's like forest, like dark as heck. And you're just driving and whatever. And anything can jump out at you. But there's this one area where supposedly, and my mom swears by it, and she's not crazy for the most part, I would say. But back in the 70s or 80s, there were there was a big group of Satanists. It's a satanic cult that would go out there and that would all meet and burn stuff and sacrifice animals and stuff like that and do effed up stuff out there in the woods. I can drive you to the area where I know that she said it happened. If you want, you come on down. We'll do it. We'll go on a little ghost adventure next October. You and me.
Sure.
We'll live stream it.
Sure. It'd be like Speed went. I Show Speed, the guy, that kid who streams all the time. He went to London and he just did a whole live stream in London, England.
Oh, did he?
Just walked around like that.
No,
we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that in Louisville.
Yeah,
on the outskirts of Louisville.
You don't need to say it like an ass. You don't have to throw that little inflection in. Enzo said, "I thought Louisville was pronounced Satterfield." Oh, you go to hell, Enzo. You're dead to me. Dead to me. You hear that? He's done. He should be fired. If he and Allegri get fired on the same day, I will.
Wow. What are you gonna do? You need a few moments to yourself, eh?
I might be on camera. I don't know. I may not even. I may just be like, oh, need to change my pants. That's what we have to do. All right. Unless anybody else has any other scary stuff we want to talk about. Any other ideas? Anything else you... see, you all, Joseph's over here saying a bunch of people I don't know. I'm too old for this stuff. So I know who Logan Paul is because of the fighting stuff more than anything. Now, Speed Slide and KSI, I don't know who these people are. I know they're on YouTube, but that's all I know. They exist.
I'm going to be honest. That Speed kid, he is outrageous, but he is absolutely good entertainment.
Really?
He can do anything and just make me laugh. Like, he'll be playing a game and he'll say something completely incorrect, but the way he does it is just so funny.
I wish I was immature like you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sure it's good.
Seriously.
I'm sure it's good. I believe you. Haunted VAR decision in that Salernitana kind of game. Absolutely. All right. We've been going a little bit long. Let me go ahead. Actually, do okay. We got now 13 more likes, guys. 13 more likes for a giveaway. We'll see if it happens. All right. Here we have. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So now, this final topic that I want to talk about today, we're going back to Juventus right now. Unless somebody else has some other dandy ideas, leave it in the comments or chats. Say that again.
It's what the people want.
So
Juve talk.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about, we had that comment earlier about the youth not being used, the players not being utilized. Sky Sport put out an expected starting 11 for tomorrow's match.
Let me guess.
Okay.
No young players.
Yeah, I think you'd be correct. I think there's one player that I'm on the line. I don't know if he's kind of, wait, well, there is one young player. Do you want to guess who it is?
Are we considering Keane or Vlahovic young?
Yeah, Moise Keane is the only one that I would say is quote unquote young. But no, not young. Yeah. I'll just read it now. The starting lineup, obviously Szczesny in goal. Back four of Quadrado, Bonucci, Gatti, and Alexandro. So Gatti's coming back from the dead. That would have been one that I would have talked about him not being utilized because every time he played earlier in the season, I thought he looked damn good. And I didn't understand what was going on, why he's not getting more playing time.
So in preseason, he was pretty good. He showed himself well in preseason. Yeah. For the Italian national team, obviously that one game against England, he was a brick shithouse. Awesome.
Yeah.
Against Spezia, he was fine. First ever professional game, top flight game, he was fine. Against Monza, he made the one error.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was fine. So it's kind of weird that he hasn't been playing.
Yeah. Yeah, it confused me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue on with that, where from that, the midfield of McKinney, Paredes, Rabiot, and Kostic, and then the attack of Moise Keane and
that midfield again?
Vlahovic. Weston McKinney, Leandro Paredes, actually. So he's actually going back to start. Rabiot and Kostic.
Oh, that is so bad.
Or is that going to be, like, are they going to, would that be moved to a 4-3-3?
No, it can't. Because you said there's Keane and Vlahovic up top.
Yeah.
It can't, it's very... It's a very fluid situation if you had a proper coach and you had the players to understand it, because you can do a 4-4-2 on paper. Then you can have, obviously, Kostic move into a left wing position with Keane going on the right, Vlahovic down the center, yada, yada, yada. McKennie slides over into right central midfield with Paredes and, Rabiot. That's one approach. Or another approach is you have 3-5-2 where Quadrado bumps up to the right as a right midfielder. And then you said Sandro was starting, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So Sandro, in the role he played against Torino, left center back. Center back is Bonucci. Right center back is Gatti. And you can run it like that. Or you can be stupid and have Weston McKennie just play right midfield. Yeah.
And then, of course, you got Quadrado and McKinney potentially on the same side. Just, on the right there. I think I see a couple of people commenting. Joseph said, and maybe I missed that, said Gatti looked like crap against Monza. That goal was his fault. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but that's fine. I just think overall, I'm surprised he's not getting more time. If that was his fault for that one, I don't recall that. But how many people? One goal should not keep you from playing ever again. like messing up one time.
It was his fault, but we were down a man. Like, it was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Did Bremer pass him on? No, did Bremer play that game? Who didn't pass the runner on correctly? It's a communication error. It's not really. It's a team error.
Yeah. Was that not?
Like, it looks bad on him.
Yeah.
Because it ended up being right in front of him, but it's a team error at the end of the day.
Was that also Chesney's adventure? Was that one?
No.
No, that was a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I recall. We're just saying about giving Kyle George some playing time. I guess that's what you're saying. I don't know. Does he exist? Hurt. Is he still there? Is he good? I don't know.
Still, he's recovering still. You got Jack though for who he is.
Oh, did he? Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he gets back.
He got paid to work out, so I mean, why not?
Yeah. And then I'm seeing Zero saying no McKinney, no Weston. I really can't watch him anymore. Yeah, well, have fun, him and Quadrado together. And then your Zero saying, I hope McKinney and Quadrado play well. I'm tired of cursing those two. Well, we'll find out.
Season.
Yeah.
Get the cursing.
Exactly. I went off of that one, and I also want to say one of the comments that Allegri had during that match, or during the presser, said that Manetti's doing better. He played many level games early in the season that takes away a lot of physical and mental energy. Fagioli and Sule are also growing. They will find playing time in the future. Well, and this is where a little bit of my frustration comes from. Is you talked about it earlier. So I'm not going to dive as much into it as I was planning on originally. But you already dove into the Weston McKinney, the Quadrados, all these guys getting playing time, and it not making any bleeping sense when you have guys like give Manetti some run. Even I don't think he's good enough. I'm shocked that Fagioli hasn't seen a second of playing. Not even a second, right? Or did he get like a minute?
He's played about 18 minutes. Okay. Season.
Forget me. I didn't mean to. Okay, but when did he play? Was that like literally in the in crunch, or not crunch time, but at the end of the match, like three minutes or something like that? Because I'm trying to recall.
I can tell you the exact minutes.
Because I don't remember seeing.
He's played 38 minutes.
38 minutes.
He's played 38 minutes.
When? Okay.
He played against Monza.
Oh. Okay, that's why
he played against Spezia Calcio. He played against Fiorentina, and he played against Benfica.
Oh, okay. So he played the matches that I didn't watch, that I didn't get to see. Those are the ones that I was off the channel. Yep.
He played 4 minutes against Monza. He played 7 minutes against Fiorentina.
That's shocking. I swore he hadn't played. I didn't realize that.
He played 27 minutes against Spezia Calcio, and he played 20 minutes against Benfica. For a grand total of 58 minutes.
Holy hell! Have I missed that?
In all competitions.
I'm trying to think. Monza. I know I saw that one, and I guess I forgot about him. But
yeah,
I think the other ones I may have missed. I think those were maybe when I was out. I honestly was living under the premonition that he hadn't played at all. Okay, well that changes a little bit. But still, I don't know. I think there were moments where I'd rather see Sule out there. Honestly, and I see Ricossi saying the same thing. I'd rather see Sule playing than guys like Quadrado.
How much has Sule played? Sule's played 33 minutes.
Quadrado's had 587 minutes. Says Stephanie. Wow. He is blackmail. Zero says Kostic, Vlahovic, Sule up front with the hard eyes. I don't know anything with Kostic that I'd put hard eyes on, but that's just me. That's my personal opinion.
Honestly, look how bad that is, though. Kostic, Vlahovic, Sule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're talking about players. We have Chiesa and Di Maria.
Yep.
And then we have to play Kostic. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also saying Locatelli, Paredes, Rabiot.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just try it one game. I've never seen it. Just try it.
I don't fully understand why McKinney and Quadrado are getting run instead of those guys. Anyway, he's the only option left. Okay, that's fine, Zero. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to throw out there. Just like all the guys that are not really being utilized, that are just sitting there, and it makes no sense. 4 guys like Weston McKinney, Quadrado, and a lot of the times the formations don't make sense. I really can't make rhyme or reason for why he does what he's been doing. It looks like a guy who doesn't care about winning. Like he's okay, and like he's almost trying to get his buyout and go home. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, to me, that's the only thing that makes sense is that he does not care about winning, and right now the club's not willing to put pressure on him, so he can just do whatever he wants. And
you know what this reminds me of? Remember, North American sports and basketball in particular. In hockey too, but you don't watch hockey. You told me that. In professional sports, you tank for the best draft pick possible.
Yeah,
and teams do this. Like teams, you can visibly see horrible teams on paper, and you can get the first overall draft pick. This is what this reminds me of.
We're tanking for a coach.
But he's tanking himself to get out like that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I absolutely do love the analogy because that's what it feels like.
Yes.
And it's so funny to see. That's why it also feels like, at least during taking seasons, you can watch it to see like what will happen with what player you could get. When you're playing in the city, when you're playing in this, like, there's no reason to care. That's why you don't see people out here. Like that's why half the time our views are down because people don't care. It doesn't matter. See, they're basically living in a I don't want to say fantasy world, but they're living in a way where they can just be like, "We'll see you guys next year. We'll tune in during the next Mercado, and then we'll be back because we're not winning this year, and it doesn't matter."
Yep.
And I don't blame them.
And then when these teams in North America are tanking, they have their younger players playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you'll see a Sule play for Team X in North America because we're trying to tank because he's not as good yet.
Yeah.
Here, you're putting your old shit players still. Like, you're still playing Quadrado, who sucks. You're still playing McKennie, he's not old, but like he just sucks. So I it's tough. He's tanking himself. Like, I don't know.
I can't understand a single thing that Max Allegri does. Like, I think to me, I can't understand also what Agnelli does. And Agnelli doesn't really answer to anybody outside of the time where what I mean is he doesn't talk. Like, outside of his comments, just basically say, bleep you all, he's staying here, we're sticking with him. That's all he said. And I would love to have some kind of understanding of where they are right now. Like, what the pulse is. Like, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys as pissed off as we are? I hope you are. But, like, are you all... Is this being okayed? Is this being excused away? Like, the only one I've really heard rumors of anger and whatever is really Nedved. I know they're and I know there were talks about, even Riva Bene was willing to make a move, but like it's hard for me to really believe because all he's been caring about is the financial aspect of the money and cutting bills and cutting wages.
And he is sucking the teat of Agnelli, so he's never going to be doing that.
Yeah. We've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. It's been a long one.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. You ready to wrap this one up?
Yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow or tonight, depending on when you're watching this, because you and I are doing the match reaction, I believe. I'm doing the match reaction, I believe.
I apologize, guys. I need to have this conversation with you because I put it out there and I was like, oh yeah, that's good. And I looked at it and I was thinking, and my wife's like, oh yeah, we're good for tomorrow. And I'm like, we're good for what? And my wife's like, we're good for tomorrow, right? And I'm like, what's tomorrow? I forgot tomorrow is Halloween at the zoo. I guess I should put that was under spooky season. But we're going to the Louisville Zoo. It's something I used to do when I was a little kid.
You dress up your kid as the Bob the Builder or the Digger or whatever.
Yeah, it's just it's a bulldozer thing, but it's basically Bob the Builder. But he's obsessed with diggers and dinosaurs. So we chose that one, the Digger, for him to be. And
nice.
Yeah, we're going to the zoo. He hasn't seen his costume yet, so he's going to be excited for that one.
Nice.
But we're excited, so I'll be doing that with my wife. I think we're scheduled. You have to schedule to go in because there's so many people.
Yeah,
so we
have
to go. Our schedule is like 5:30 to 6, so that's probably like right when you'll be live, I'd imagine. Or
absolutely.
If it is, otherwise I would be here. So I apologize.
Right in prime time. I'm sure.
Right. Otherwise, we could do. I mean, you can't do a watch along. So right.
No, I can't do a watch along.
Yeah. Is what it is. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Time with family. So I'll watch Juve, and I'll be I'm already numb. I'm dead anyway. I was dead inside anyway, so there's nothing you can't hurt me anymore. But we'll see what happens. Maybe don't try to give me some false hope. Don't start having where Juve get 3 points. Maybe some other teams drop points this weekend, and then we have this fake excitement going forward. You know,
I was gonna say, imagine Juventus wins 2 or 3-0, similar to the Bologna game, and then let's say Inter tie. Not Napoli, because Napoli's not going to tie anybody. Milan drop points. Roma drop points. People are going to be losing their minds. And all you got to say is, calm your tits. We've seen this before.
Yep. Yeah. We're going to be poo-pooing that away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll fake energize you. Maybe we'll fake excite you guys. Come on back. We'll give you some fake juice. You know, don't trust the fake news media. Also, if you're in here, guys, do us a favor. Please, tune in and check out our pick'em segment that we do. It's a lot of fun. We're having a good time on the channel. We want to be able to keep it going. We actually want to bring in some guest pickers and stuff like that from time to time. Maybe some of our members can join us and do that, maybe as well as maybe some other ones we'll have down the line. Please do go watch the video, like the video, share it around, stuff like that. We hope to really be able to build that up. So once there's actually fun seasons, competitive seasons, we'll be able to actually do that and actually have more enjoyment out of it, right?
You're not enjoying 16-11?
I'm not enjoying 16-11
Oh.
right now. I'm not enjoying getting my ass handed to me. Ricardo says, thanks, boys. Fingers crossed for tomorrow. I'll send pictures from HQ, Justin. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do want to share some of those other videos and stuff you had posted. Those are really cool from your time also at Juventus. So shout out and thank you. Feeling 0.
Hey, listen. One Kostic shot puts you in the dumper.
What are you doing? That's all you're doing. You're just giving them a reason not to watch. Is what you're doing. Like one thing, whatever.
It's fun watching you sweat.
You can see it because there's nothing to hold in the sweat. It's just like nobody looks sweatier than me ever. Like I'm a big dude, but there's no hair to hold it in, so it's just all in my face and everything. It's disgusting. Anyway,
Wait, you don't have hair?
I have some here. It's going gray though. Like people are fond to tell me. I think it's honestly. I think it's Juve. Actually, it's children. You have kids, you're gonna start going gray. I promise you.
Oh, I nobody started to notice until we started doing the pick is in.
No, Haneen did when she used to watch this channel a long time ago.
Oh yeah, she's done, eh?
She's I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while, but she used to point out all the time about how my hair would gray and all that stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, it definitely has happened. It's really since we launched this channel, you can watch from the very first video to now, and it's an entire different ball game with my beard. Anyway. Thank you to all of you guys. Check out those videos. Definitely do. We appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Unfortunately, 12 likes short, so I guess we won't be doing a giveaway right now. Maybe we'll give it another go next time we do a live stream and see if we can get enough, obviously, likes for that. So definitely hit the like button if you haven't already. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to stay notified for all our latest videos. You can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. We have him down here below. You can follow him at Genotti151 as well. Any final words as we get out of here?
Nope.
Fantastic. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve. Forza Bianconeri.
No, say hello to the old lady for me.
Son of a bitch. What is he doing? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? This channel is so juvenile. I don't know what we're doing.
Time now for the black and white take with Justin Sofro.
And I don't know who I have to please sexually. You don't need Allegri to jerk you off. I will whore myself out for anybody.
And Julian Genotti.
He is very raw.
I just slide into bed and she doesn't even know.
It might be long, it might be kind of cringe, but I'm still going to do it anyway.
Pleasing you.
I hope you're proud of yourself because what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt you are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
This is the black and white take with Justin Sofro and Julian Genotti on the Bianconeri Zone.
Did everybody go? Did everybody leave? I guess everybody did leave. But shout out everybody. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. These are a lot of fun. Hopefully we can continue doing all these after darks and create a regular program for you all. We want to have more guests on and stuff like that. It's been a while since we've had guests on, but we'd love to have more of you all on. Make sure you do definitely tune in and everything. Also, you know what? Forza Juve. Let's get this win tomorrow. Let's hopefully start riding the ship. Let's ride the ship. Pretend to ride the ship. What do you think, Julian? You're not on mute. You're not on mute. You can talk. You can say something. We're gonna
I'm
ride
just
the
listening
ship.
to you muffle to your mouth.
Well, because I realized I was like, fake juice, guys, fake juice. Let's win. We'll see what happens. Shout out to whoever just gave us our 40th like. Thanks, Jockey Bro. Thanks, Guardian. See you guys later. Bye.